We're back.
I don't think they're gonna know that we had technical difficulties.
That was dumb.
I mean, I could add it if you wanted.
Anyway. Hey, Suitemates. Ooh, we're back with another one. Back to back, like I forgot something. I'm something. But anyway, we are here and we're going to be reviewing Bling Empire. It's a TV show series on Netflix.
Reality show.
Yeah.
Reality, my big foot.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a really TV show. Not a reality, but it's a really TV show. But I enjoyed it for the entertainment and the drama. I feel like the drama was very unrealistic, but maybe for that culture, I'm wondering if it's like that's some serious stuff. But I don't know where to start.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to go person by person? Because they had a lot of drama. Like, would it be easier to go person by person?
Sure.
I think who should be the first one we start with?
Anna.
Kevin.
Oh,
Anna? We can do Anna.
Okay, yay.
Because she was my favorite.
Anna.
Yeah.
For real. Like, she a G. Like, I like her a lot. I really feel like the drama was everyone else, but putting her in it, like being petty, like small stuff. What's her name?
Christina, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Who's Jeannie? Is there a Jeannie in this?
No.
Christina is
Jamie.
the other one. Jamie.
But Jamie was like watching paint dry. Like, she wasn't doing nothing.
Oh, that's the one whose horses flew on Emirates?
Yeah.
This whole was like paint drying, except for Anna. To be honest,
I mean, yeah, it was a little slow, but
Yeah.
I think that what's his name?
It was slow.
Yeah.
Some of them, yeah, but what's their name? The couple, Andrew and
Oh yeah, Andrew and Kristen.
Kelly. They had a lot of drama, but I didn't like them.
Yeah, no.
Not the girl, I said them.
Okay, them though.
Okay.
No, I did because it was like I ain't gonna front.
So you like toxicity.
I know, right?
You like toxicity.
When he was bugging out in Paris, I was like, he gonna swing on her. I know he is. Like he gonna wrestle. They gonna be. No, I didn't. But it was just like I didn't get that from him because he had this long hair. He looked like a surfer dude.
You did it. Look at that.
Like initially, because that was the first time he flipped, and I was like, okay.
No. Ever since that kissing scene, I was like, something's off with him. I don't know what it was. Something off.
Yeah.
Too off.
I didn't. It was at Paris when they left. No, where were they? When it was looking at when they got on the plane, and what's the name came out when Anna came out with her little pilot thing on, and he was just not entertained by it. I was all like, have fun. Like, she's probably paying for most of this trip.
She
like,
is.
Stop playing.
I think she paid for the entire trip, actually.
Yeah.
No, I think so. She just throws money away, like.
Yes.
Yeah, she paid for it. She said that's what she wanted to give the girl. That was her friend.
So why he said he had a surprise? Like he was part of
That's
it.
what I was wondering.
Anna had the money for it.
Oh, so it was his idea.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
And for me, I was trying to figure out, because the whole premise is all these are like rich Asian Americans. So I was trying to figure out how Kelly got money when her ex was a whole scammer. Like, did she put money to the side? Because she said, oh yeah, I came up with some business. I'm like, girl, we see you work. Like, you didn't do nothing
at all.
And then Andrew's a Power Ranger.
Yeah, he has low money because actors have nothing compared to them. Like,
that's probably why he was mad the whole time. But he spazzed. Like, and then like after that scene, like that whole Paris incident, every time they was together after that, I was just like, oh, I see him ticking. Like, they just said the eyes. That's when I was just like, Because he would look at her like, about to blow up.
And I don't see why they're going to couples therapy. Like, I'm like, people get too deep in their relationships.
In a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, I'm like, you're not married to this man. Like, leave. Like,
but they was together for like how many years?
I think she said 5.
5. That's a.
I thought she said 5.
That's a long time.
I feel like 5 was the other girl, the pregnant girl.
We're gonna say 2 to 3.
That's okay. 2 to 3, I think, is a long time. Especially
but
since,
you can still leave.
Agreed. But I think
you can always leave. Let me just say that.
I think because she has opened up about her scammer past, and he was very like, I'm an abandoned child and blah, blah, blah. That was their way of saying, together forever. Ding.
So all these reviews I hear you saying stuff like that, and I don't agree. We're not in this together. You're always like, I feel like so and so felt like we're in this together. Leave him. He's trash.
Well, that's that on that.
And then they tried to put Kelly and Kevin together, and I'm like, there's no chemistry. What are y'all doing?
And he was trying too hard. Every time he saw her, he was like, but when you gonna leave Andrew though? I'm trying to date you. Shut up. She don't like you.
And then he had a dinner with Andrew, like him
and
Kane, Kevin, and they're talking about like it was too many.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
I appreciated that Andrew checked him though.
Yeah.
I appreciated that Andrew checked him. He should have checked her because one, he wasn't around like that.
He probably did, but he probably swung on her, as you said, and they didn't want to show that in the show.
Anyway, I really feel like he should have addressed her. He should have addressed her.
He is a Power Ranger.
They kick. They ain't gonna be swinging, throwing punches. He's gonna be flipping. I don't know. She obviously showed because she talked too much. To Anna, okay, you can say, yeah, he got anger issues. To everybody though, included all these other people who interested in you. What's his name? Kevin was interested in you. So why you letting it be known like, yeah, we do a lot of going back and forth, and no, that's none of nobody's business. We messed up together.
Yeah, I think they think their friend circle is closer than it really is because they trust too much.
I think they probably just needed a script to go by.
Yeah.
What else is she going to talk about? What else has she talked about since they broken up? She's still talking about Andrew, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, do you think because this is my thing, one is her business, but when she broke up with him, but then got back to with him, or was just sleeping with him, and she lied about it. Do you think because she already made them aware, she might as well just tell them like, well, we're not together, but I did sleep with him. Okay.
No, because what make you so bold that you think you can ask me a question like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she owes them anything. She tells them too much, period. Like,
she doesn't owe them, but you've been saying it.
You just think because she says it, she should be.
Because it's like you've been telling us all this. What you lying for right now? Like
she's ashamed.
Because get out of my business.
No, we went in Paris together. We was Anna's in Paris together. Because that's exactly how they was acting.
She was with Anna.
But what I'm saying is, okay, maybe not everybody else, but Anna, I think Anna was really concerned. Like, I don't think you need to be with him. One, he's a lame. I don't like him. That was Anna's attitude. Like, one, he crazy for no reason. Two, he's whack.
She was like,
he's whack.
And she come across that she don't really care about money. So it wasn't that he ain't got money, but he ain't got no money either.
And what threw me off is that her mother, Kelly's mom, when we met her in one of those scenes, she said, yeah, I like Andrew. He's a nice guy. And I'm like... She
did. I was like, you have not met Andrew, clearly.
Yeah. Because most mothers see the crazy before you do. And the fact that her mom was like, "Oh no, he's so nice." I'm like,
but she said the exact same thing about Kevin though, so she just doesn't care.
Yeah.
But we can move on to Anna because I like her more.
Yeah. Anna didn't really have much going on, like you guys said.
I didn't think she had kids though, but apparently she does. I just thought she was the like person who had no kids, married a bunch of times, and just living life. But she was like, "This is my son's car." I was like, "Oh, okay." But what did y'all think about Kevin taking all those stuff from her though? I didn't really like it. I know she doesn't care about money, but like he came back and then he was like, "Oh," when she said we're gonna go to the store next time, he was like, "Oh yeah." He was too, I don't know.
That was part of the script. It wasn't really.
You don't think that was for real?
That part seemed really scripted, especially
because he went back with the stuff. You mean?
Even him going back, all of that felt scripted to me. It didn't seem real.
I feel like Anna was seriously like, I don't care about money, one. And then two, if you're gonna be in my circle, you in Hollywood and everything, but you don't have no money, you can't be rolling with us looking like this. So I really think she honestly was like, I like you. I understand you're a model, you don't get paid. So guess what? Let me help you out.
I'm addressing you.
Okay, and that's cool. Anna's part wasn't scripted, but Kevin's part was.
So you feel like they told him he should probably. That makes sense. I agree.
Get back.
Yeah.
And Anna was looking crazy, like, you think I'm gonna give you something to take it back?
What you doing here? Don't just show up at my house. I didn't invite you.
And then
that's exactly what
come in. No.
Because he was really unexpected. But I think his friends made a big deal out of it.
Exactly.
Because they was on some, as Asians and Koreans and Vietnamese, we really don't do that. So he's looking like, well, I was adopted.
So I ain't know.
But the competition between Anna and Christine, there was no competition. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it was four. Christine wanted camera time. Anna was like,
why she my space, basically.
But I like the petty. When she was like, "Oh, she wants to be like that. She could sit on that end. She's not with the cast." It was something else that she did.
Apparently, was somebody who speaks Spanish who was sitting next to her. That's even extra petty. She was like, "Oh, she speaks Spanish. Did you know what she was saying?"
It's hilarious.
The girl don't know.
That was hilarious. Or when was it? There was, so I'm skipping over something, but it doesn't matter. When she invited them to whatever party she had and Christine showed up late because she gave her the wrong time, I was like, oh, it's over. Done. Christine, go to sleep, please. I would have walked in and walked out with the guests like, I had fun, you guys. And he would have been like, didn't you just walk in?
You were
no,
here?
I had fun. That was.
Christine was playing like rich, petty, and Shay. And Anna's like, no, girl.
Those games.
I got old money.
Gutter. I play gutter games.
I
like Anna.
Yeah, I like that.
She was the breakout star to me. Even when they tried to, well, maybe this will go kind of into Kim and her storyline. But when they went in her house and got the penis pump, I was
they were disrespectful. They were, we'll get to Kim, but
that was disrespectful,
unnecessary. And
then they threw it out the window.
Yeah.
And then Kim had the nerve to say, we was trying to clean your house. We was walking with a Bible. Why do you have these?
Don't play with the Bible like that either.
That's what I'm listen.
We gotta go win on Kim because she was doing too much.
When she first said she's gonna clean out the Bible, I was like, okay, weird, but all right, do what you gotta do.
You don't feel these things, you don't see these things. And the guy just like
when they saw what they saw in the shower, and then I thought they were just gonna like see it and then leave and be like, "Ooh, all right, not supposed to be there." When they played with it and then threw it outside, I was like, "Somebody needs to."
She told him. She was like, "Why did she shouldn't be having it? Throw it out the window." Yeah.
And then you did it.
Right, and he went in her shower with his shoes on. That really disgusted me.
Disrespectful on all levels, all.
Yeah.
And then she was a punk about it because obviously Anna was chilling with her little stuff down, and they was just looking. Kevin was mad. That's what made me like Kevin more too.
So mad.
He was all like, "No, she's so nice, and she invited."
But that's because she gives him stuff, though. I feel.
Yeah, that's why.
But my thing is,
called her sugar mama.
Yeah. But I feel like, I don't know, none of his friends, not saying you should be looking for a handout, but none of his friends ever said things like, okay, because you don't have the money we're making, these are the places you want to hit up, or this is how you want to carry yourself, or this is how you can put yourself out there.
They don't care.
To make your name more known. Yeah. You said what?
They don't care. Especially Kane. Like, he was good for some people, and some people he was just like throwing shade the entire time.
Big time. Playing both sides of the fence.
I only say no to some people because he really seemed to care about the pregnant girl with her when her mom died. But the rest of it, he was just like, I'm chilling in my good life. Y'all can do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys want to go into Kane?
Like this whole story was. This story was rich Asians and my broke Asian friend.
Yeah. Charity kids.
But only one friend was broke.
Yeah, that's the friend.
And then what's her name? That random, she wasn't a random girl. She like a school kid. What's her name?
Jamie. That was pregnant?
No, not the pregnant one.
She looked like
Is it Jamie? Mm-hmm. The one who was wearing a whole New York Fashion Week outfit on the beach? Her.
Yeah, she was irrelevant.
She wasn't, she was very irrelevant. She wasn't like poor, but she was on like a fun thing. Like, this is what your parents have given you, and she's just gonna run it out.
She wasn't poor at all.
No, she wasn't poor, but it wasn't like I got income.
Her on Emirates
coming in. You said, huh?
Then go ahead.
You said what?
No, what did you say?
So what I was saying, like, so we know Kevin was poor. And then there was some people who were rich because of family, and now they have the business or they're making their own money. She was more of I'm rich because of my family. Fun. Yeah, that's the word.
But she did say she made 40,000 being an influencer, and they were like 40,000. I'm like, oh.
So the Kane's next.
Yeah, we could go to him because he was also kind of irrelevant. Like, he was comedic relief to me. Like, he was
irrelevant, but he wasn't everybody's story.
Yeah.
Everybody's business, you mean?
Yes, that is what I meant. Thank you.
He may be the executive producer. We may need to go and check that.
Oh yeah.
Somebody needs to pay for this show.
I think, who does any of their families own Dior? Because they were sponsored by Dior or something. Because I kept seeing like shoes placed in Anna's house, and she kept talking about Dior. I was like,
and what Christine, her husband, for the event, he was like, "Are you gonna wear whatever?" I don't know what the name was. She was like, "No, remember I'm wearing this necklace," and I was just like, "Why y'all just throwing names around all the time?"
She threw names around, period, though. I didn't like her.
Yeah. Kane was all right. Yeah, Kane was okay. We can move on.
Because I feel like Kane is going to come up every time we speak about another character.
Yeah.
Like with Kim and
just like Kevin.
Christine.
That's true. They were the butterflies, I guess.
So you guys want to do Christine?
Yes.
Her first event was cute. When she shut down Beverly Hills, I was like, oh, okay. Like,
okay.
But then she kept talking to Anna about nothing, and Anna's face was just like,
do you have something else to say?
Right.
If you remember that party event, they all were like not surprised to see Anna, but it was like Anna's back. So I guess at some point Anna was out of town or not in the group as often. So I feel like her coming back was like Christine was reminding her like, you were the queen, but now it's all about me. So notice that I'm doing all these things, and all my friends and those who probably are your friends, they're coming to my event, and I'm inviting you to my event. And these are things that we're going to do at my event. It's what I have coming up in my city. for my culture, for baby G.
Guess what? That backfired. So I bet you she won't try that again.
Right. I think some people go on these shows thinking they could be like that and that everyone's gonna love them. No.
And then she gonna pull up on there and tell myself, "Oh, that's a cute necklace. I have the same one." Okay, sis. We really don't care. Unless you're giving it to me, I really don't care. And I just wanted to pawn it, to be honest. So what?
I agree. And what did y'all think about her whole surrogacy storyline?
I think she lied. Because there was a part where she said, I was having all these complications and blah, blah, blah. And then she said, well, really, it was Dr. G who had the issue. So I'm like, so did you not die on the tape? Like, were you not about to die on the tape? Like, was all that a lie to protect your husband?
So you think they decided to lie at first and then she changed the story? Because it wasn't at the beginning, he was saying as well that she almost died. I would have had to chosen between my wife and my baby. And he was so concerned, like in the office when they went to check the embryos. I didn't know people did that, but okay.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, maybe it's the way she said it, but it just felt like, are you telling the truth or?
I think she was willing to say anything just to say no. Because at first, when he said he wanted another baby, she said nothing. And then all of a sudden, when he was serious about the surrogacy, already asked his parents, a whole nother story about that, but whatever. But after he already asked, then you're going to be like, yeah, I just don't want a kid. You could have stopped him before he went through the whole trouble of, okay, let me see what my parents think. Because at first, I think she thought as soon as she said, I don't think your parents would be done with it, he would have just been like, okay. Because
he took it a step further and was like, what y'all think?
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if, like DW said, the fact that the story changed was the reason why she brought up the whole parents thing.
Oh, so you think they like showed us it in the wrong order or something?
Something.
I don't know. It didn't, at least for me, it didn't click because it was like, what the parents got anything to do about this? Oh, they didn't like me and it was hard.
They had her sitting at the kids' table. That was so funny. And washing dishes.
Hilarious. And she did it too, so.
Right.
And I was like, why is it like that for, well, I guess it goes back to the Asian culture. Like she couldn't give them the air.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, what
but
is
I
she getting?
saw it was someone that was explaining, like in their culture, usually when the woman's pregnant, she's not at home chilling, but they want them to take it easy because it's like, we don't want anything to happen to baby. Mm-hmm. So after I watched the show and I was looking up stuff about the culture, I was just like, so were you really washing the dishes, Cinderella, or were you just
Cinderella?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would make her watch the shows too. She seems annoying, so she probably was.
Okay, and now since we're on the topic of culture, I noticed that they were very experimental. Okay. So what's his name? Kane? Was it Kane? No, Kevin. Well, he was adopted, so I don't. Anyway, even though Kevin was trying to come into his culture and he started practicing Buddhism.
Buddhism?
Yeah.
That thing.
He also was still going to like that shaman. Yeah, it was just interesting that they did a lot of, or the old guy who was like reading in hand and everything, even though he was Korean, they just tried a lot of other things outside, I guess, of their culture. And I'm wondering if it was just since they was in Hollywood, and maybe that's the thing, like all these people out here trying to make it, but
maybe that was a Hollywood thing. I'm not really sure that they believe in things like reading palms and stuff, but it was cool to see, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, and Christine, she had more of a juicy storyline when it came to her personal life, because she mentioned she had to talk to her dad for 10 years, and I was like, girl, tell us that story.
And that was at the end of the whole season. And I was just like,
She could have been more likable if she talked more about her personal life. She almost had me with the surrogate thing until her story went all over.
Yeah. Hey, is it me? Oh no.
We're back. Anyway, all right. So now on to Kim. I really feel like her whole part didn't start until when she showed up at Anna's house. That's when everything like started popping up about Kim. Because she was around. I thought she liked Kevin.
Did you?
Still think she does.
Wait, before or you mean after?
No, before everything. When it was, remember, Kevin was at the pool with her and Weirdo, Jamie, and whoever it is.
You think she like her brother?
Her brother?
Yeah.
It's not her brother.
Kevin reminds her of her brother.
We all say that. Stop playing.
Y'all say that?
Right.
we quick to call somebody, oh yeah, we like family. Yeah, we're like family. We're real close. We're always together.
Never.
My brother, but like a brother.
Anyway, Kim was trifling. Her mom was funny. I liked her mom. Her mom was very funny. So we talked about the whole at in a house thing. I think she was very immature, not apologizing. Especially when they showed up at that bowling ring. One afterwards, she was just like, why are you mad? Why? And Anna was just like, you can leave. You and him can leave. Why do I have to? You know what? We're gone. But even at the bowling alley, there was all like, oh, we're talking. And she was just sitting there. She was like, come on, we're going to talk. Like, you knew, one, it's a reality show. Two, you knew all them people up in here. We're going to talk about it. Especially just out of respect, Anna's older than them.
Yep.
You better go over there. I don't know why you were mad, and oh my goodness, it wasn't even me. Are you mad at him? He's the one who threw out the window, and he gladly, I apologize, I was disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. And she's still sitting there, sipping on her little Starbucks.
I wanted to like her so bad.
I don't know what I'm saying sorry for.
Yeah, I wanted to like
You wanted to like her?
Yes. Because when she first came in, she was the biggest hip hop DJ, right? You know how I am. She seemed really cool when her and Anna first met.
Yeah.
To go and do some stuff like that, and then throw your friend under the bus. Like your friend has no loyalty to Anna. That's your friend. You brought him in there, so whatever he did. You did it. And you egged it on at the end of the day. So if he did it or not, you told him to do it.
Wait, was the bowling thing before or after the drink? The club?
It was
after. When she threw the drink on
it was after.
Mm-hmm. After.
Yeah, she was out of pocket for that.
He already don't have clothes and she's soiling his clothes. Disrespectful.
I guess she said,
who raised you?
I guess she said your sugar
raised you.
What did you say? I said, who raised you? Wolf?
He said it a little bit louder.
He did. No, she heard him because he didn't whisper it like, who raised the wolves? He said it like, I want you to know that you tripping. Because she was like, why you mad? Why you defending your sugar mama, whatever she is?
And that's when I saw the chemistry before them. I know it's toxic, but that's when I saw the chemistry. Like, oh, y'all doing a bit much.
But when she started talking about her finding her father, and that was low-key after Kevin started talking about his whole adoption thing growing up. I really feel like, obviously it was just for the entertainment part, but I don't think she was very that much interested.
Really?
I don't think so. Because so she did go ask for a private investigator, right? He did tell her, like, hey, I spoke to him. He has a whole family and everything. And she brought Kevin with him. And I think she brought him with him because she was like, I'm not that interested. Like, I want to know, but I don't really need to know. Like, okay, he's alive or he has a family or whatever the case may be. Wait, now I'm confused. So what I was saying was with the private investigator, didn't he say he spoke to him and he has a family, but her dad did. Who he spoke to?
And that man was acting his butt off. Like, I was like, he did say he spoke to him.
There for 2 years. And the wife, he did.
And then they talk about they go to Charleston. Y'all was at Orangeburg across the street from mall.
We're going to South Carolina. We took, what did he say? However many hours to fly here. And he's dead? How are we going to tell her this? Y'all knew what was up.
Yeah, those producers didn't give them a heads up. Like, he passed away, but we still going to do this. And then they knocked on the neighbor's door. Like, it was too much. It was too much.
It was. I thought she was going to be mad. Like, y'all went to go look for my father without me.
That's what
I appreciate you guys.
She did at first. She said, you did it without me or my mother consenting.
But she wasn't mad.
No.
She wasn't mad. Oh my God. Every time this is, I'm not even trying to be like offensive. Like,
her face was so poked with Botox. It was not even moving.
Like, oh my goodness. Her mom, I had a feeling he died. I was just like, what?
Her mom knew. She was kind of like, oh, I had a feeling that he.
You knew he was dead because the wife probably called you up like, hey, he's dead. Okay.
He did.
I cannot.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
goodness. That whole scene was funnier than it should have been.
I felt bad for laughing.
When Anna was getting Christine back and paid for her to get a private dance publicly.
Oh yeah.
Girl, that's some crazy revenge.
But she deserved it. She deserved all that.
She's spending too much money on revenge. But I guess if you got it.
She has it.
I know.
Her father sells weapons and they breeze through that. And I'm like, if he's selling weapons, they got money.
She's Russian and Asian.
Yep.
Yeah, that was interesting.
How one of her assistants stole $4 or $5 million in jewelry. The time she said that, I was like, "Oh, so you rich, like
right?" But it was.
She said it like, "Oh, he did it," and it was the trust that mattered. It wasn't really the money; it was the fact that trust was broken. I was like, I would have been crying.
Right.
That's probably $1 for her. He stole it. They stole $1. It's okay. You can't do nothing but get a juice, but
been just a handful of jewels.
So Kevin, so in the beginning when he first hopped on the scene, I was like, is he a producer? Like, he just came off like he wasn't like a narrator. He wasn't supposed to be there. And as time went on, I
want to know how they met him.
Yeah, it wasn't clear at all.
That seems like that was all of their time to integrate together. So he had to be the poor friend, and they had to get to know him those 2 episodes.
So I was kind of sad when he didn't find out exactly who his parents were.
Yeah.
Especially after finding out like his heritage and background, what percentage of what he was, that made him more excited. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna go through with it. And then the agency like gave him a paper like, no parent, you was dropped off by a grandparent or an old man or whatever. He was just like, well, now I know. And I was just like, oh, I really wanted him to know. But I
wonder why they did that, because he said in the paperwork, they said because it was an international adoption. So I'm like, so where is he supposed to get his paperwork from? Because it has to be on file somewhere.
Unless it wasn't
somewhere, but
unless they stole him.
What I got from that was that because the adoption was international, they don't subscribe to what the United States says. So we don't have to provide you with any information.
Yeah, that's sad.
I was thinking maybe not stolen, but
kidnapped.
For his safety, maybe the mom was like, yo, let's put him up for adoption. Don't care who take him. He just need to leave. I don't know.
And where did he find out the story from? Because he said it was my grandfather and all this other stuff. And I'm like, who told you this?
Yeah, I don't know. Because he even said he remembers being on a plane, correct? Because when he did that little whole memory thing with that, what the heck they call them?
Hypnotists or whatever.
Yeah, hypnotist. He was just like, I remember being on a plane, sitting next to, and that seemed so fake because even when he was crying, he was just like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. The spirit realm. That's what that was.
Avatar?
What?
Did you see her? Like Avatar, the spirit.
No.
A lot of shows talk about the spirit realm.
I just figured that was his inner child, not him faking. That's how I took that.
Oh, that makes sense.
He went back to being 5 years old.
No, I do believe that you can unlock that part of yourself. I just don't believe he did in that moment. I think they asked him, rehash this. Like, I think he did it personally, and then they were like, oh, this is the scene for the show, rehash it.
Mm-hmm.
So especially he should stick to modeling and not acting.
Yeah. And then even when, because, they use that for, Criminal Minds. They do all that just so you can think back and remember. So I was like, okay. But when she was like, now you're in the womb. She doesn't want me. And I was just like, I'm trying not to laugh. It's not funny. But I was just like, what? She's happy. She's made a decision. I was just like, oh my goodness. And the lady was like, 3, 2, 1, come back. And he was just like, ooh.
I mean, well, she can't leave him in the spirits too long. Like, that would mess
All right. Okay. Katara.
If you cross over to a different plane, you cannot stay there too long. That's 101 in every show.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, we have one more.
Who left?
The couple, the pregnant couple.
Oh yeah. Cherie?
Yep.
And this man said,
what was his name?
Who knows what this?
The man who didn't want to marry her.
The man who didn't want to marry her said he don't like when people tell him what to do. But now you got 2 kids by this lady.
And gave her a promise ring.
Don't promise me nothing.
She is too old for that shit. Like
exactly.
And that's on period. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
And then
that's on Baby G.
She asked him at one point. That's on Baby G. That's hilarious. Then she asked him at one point, so are you going to propose this year? I'm never doing that. First of all.
Okay, I think the only reason why she did that was because the year before he said next year is our year. So if you make it known, like, we doing this next year, it's not like a wait thing.
No. And then he said no, she went and proposed to him. Like, it's just...
She messed up.
I'm glad she didn't get down on one knee. Like, it wasn't desperate. Like, she made a speech and all that. But yeah.
Listen, that's the Asian version of Jim Jones and Chrissy. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw that. Because the same way Jim Jones was like, wow. He was just looking like, did you really? Oh, you was dead. He like, I didn't think she would do this. And I think, and the way I felt, I don't know, they didn't say enough about his, life growing up. They're all rich. Anyway, and privileged.
He seemed rich, because when they were in that restaurant place or whatever, 100,000 for what, seaweed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But I'm wondering if he decided not to marry her because of, like, he seemed like the type, I like the culture, but certain things I don't like about the culture. Like, I don't want to be married.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't have a child.
I'm saying only their culture married, but yeah, agreed. But I think it was more like I saw this with my mom and dad. They were married. It didn't have to be what it was. So this is what we're going to make it.
And that's fine, but he should have told her, because she keeps bringing it up thinking he will eventually want to get married. Crazy to think that, but the way he leads her on, it seems that way. He should just be like, I don't think I'm ever going to want to get married. Do you want to live this kind of life? But he's like, I will propose to you. That's trifling.
And that's why I want to know if they agreed to be a non-traditional couple, or if it was because he was dragging his feet, she just went along with it.
Yeah. Well, it seems like no, they said they got pregnant early in the relationship. That's what he said.
Oh, yeah.
When they just started.
But it made it seem like that was never something he wanted to do, because what does she always say? He gives a lot of gifts. Expensive gifts. So I just think that was his way of saying, I can give you everything, anything, but a commitment and a ring on that finger. Name. That too.
And it could be business too, because if he owns all that, but all it takes is some paperwork. But
prenup, yeah. And she apparently is a big pop star.
She is.
So she said, right. For like that's what 2 years.
She said that. I clocked out after a while. Bling Empire was boring to me.
I liked it.
For Anna. I liked Anna.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was really good.
I will watch it again. And they said they're coming out with a season. They said they're coming out with a season 2, because I looked it up.
I feel like I just don't really like reality shows anymore at this point in my life. Especially just rich people doing stupid things. I was just like, for real?
Okay, I think at this point, my reality show is going to have to be like Bling Empire, because I'm not watching
drama.
Yeah, nah. Like dumb drama. Even though some of the drama was dumb, but it was still entertaining. Like, ooh.
I kind of get what you mean.
Yeah.
I like Bling Empire.
Yeah, me too. I'll watch season 2.
I'll watch it if we're reviewing it.
As long as they don't try to put Kevin and Kelly together.
They're going to, because each one of the other people, my bad, were trying to push them on each other.
Call a spade. Them was some characters.
I feel like they'll put him and Kim together. Because at the end, remember, she was looking at him like, what?
And he did go to Charleston and found out about her father.
Orangeburg. We made it clear. He went to Orangeburg.
I don't think they have enough money to pay Kelly to pretend she's in a relationship with Kevin.
Right. Because she want her some Andrew for whatever reason.
That therapy scene, the last therapy session they had. I didn't realize he was crazy until then. When he was still sitting there, remember she was like, "Can you leave the room?" He paused like, "Well, I gotta leave." Then he got up. He said, "I'm gonna pray."
And you didn't realize he was that crazy?
He was praying, and she had to tell her like, "Yo, if you don't leave, please like stop playing this game." He came back in, and he was like it was just crazy.
Yeah.
That's because he already knew it was coming to an end.
No, he already knew she wasn't going nowhere for real.
Exactly.
Because at the very end, she went right back to him.
And I think that was his way of like, you gonna come back, let's not even waste time. I know the cameras is here. Let's just say we still going therapy.
And to me, when it's just so much. Like, if you're gonna have a live-in boyfriend, I think you have to do it properly, like with paperwork, make sure you're not sharing stuff. When she said, yeah, I'm gonna let him visit the puppy, I knew she was gonna go back. Who's making a puppy appointment? Like, she was
a child.
Yeah, she was fine.
I could think it was like a dog 3 or 4 years old or something, but this a whole puppy. This is won't remember you after 2 weeks. You gotta come and see.
Hey, puppies remember people.
Huh?
Puppies remember people.
Maybe not after 2 weeks though.
Yeah.
The puppy wouldn't miss Andrew that much.
And then they got an article in People magazine talk about some Kelly and Andrew split after 5 years together. Who cares that much? I was just Googling.
5 years?
We told you it was 5 years. Y'all talking about some 3 months.
I don't believe they've been together that long. Why?
She kind of made it seem like it was about the sex. And when Anna said there's not dick that's good enough, I was like, exactly. Yes. For you to be disrespected over and over and over.
All right, sweet mates. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys actually check out Bling Empire. But until then, see you later.
But don't forget to catch a smile. Bye. Bye.